Yo, so if you are looking for a tactic that's going to counter the 71 depth that they still have not patched, then let's take a look at what I have for you today. It is the 4-2-3-1. If we go into the defensive, there we go. So it's the 4-2-3-1. I have taken some inspiration from people I've seen on Twitter fairly recently. Basically, it's a combination of a couple of things that I found good for counter attacking, good for possession, and just in general, if you like passing the ball about, it's good for that, and it counters 71 depth, which is the big problem right now. Anyway, let's break down what we actually do with it, and then we'll talk a bit more about the players and the instructions and stuff afterwards as well. So the initial tactics are very much balanced. I would typically say that you could probably still use fast build up and direct passing, but for the sake of this formation and the new tactic we want to try out, we're going to run balance and stuff for now. So with defensive style, we're in balanced. Width is 45, depth is 55, build up play on balanced, chance creation on direct passing, like I pretty much always have. Width on 50. Players in the box I still keep really high, even though it's kind of meant to counter the 71 depth, and you don't want to be abused by the sort of being out of position type thing, which we'll go on to in a minute with the instructions. I still like playing with a lot of players into the box. I like whipping it in, everyone cuts back, byline, things like that. Always happens. Corners, I do still like the idea of having quite a lot of people in for the corners. I would argue that 4 is probably better than 3 just because you get an extra man in the box. But it's probably personal preference between 3 and 4, what you want to use in this. We'll have it on 3 for now, and free kicks we have on 1 because obviously you just want to shoot probably most of the time, or play it short or something, it doesn't matter anyway. So moving on, that is the actual base tactics that we have. So I know a lot of you just are here for that to see what they are. Let's skip over now towards the instructions, and we'll take a look and talk about the players that we are using and what you might want out of that player in that position. So we'll work our way down from the top. So we are stay central, getting behind on our lone striker. Basically, it's pretty simple again. You just want someone that's going to be going forward, getting in behind to making those runs. It's exactly what you need. Fast player, probably high-low work rate, something like that. Someone that's just going to get going. They don't need to come back at all. Stay central, getting behind on them. On our cam, this is where it gets a little bit technical. You probably want to have your best player here. Someone like Musiala in this cam position would be insane if you got his that new cards. We have them on free roam, which is a little bit different because I kind of said that you want to be playing quite balanced, quite standard. But free roam allows this player, who's going to be your best player, to be the one making insane runs. This needs to be the type of person that can dribble, that can shoot, that can pass, that can literally do everything, and you want them to be everywhere on the pitch. Need to have good stamina as well. Really important. But free roam is all I have on these right now. On your left and right cam, the more wingers in this formation because you hit the byline, I guess. We don't have them on anything else except getting to the box for cross, just for balance sake, but you will essentially use them as wingers, bashing it onto the byline, crossing in, whatever you want to do. Same with your left back and right back might normally be. Speaking of which, we will go to them quickly now as well because they are on stay back while attacking. Again, we're thinking about balance, we're thinking about counter attacks, we're thinking about what we need to do to actually win the game, thinking about passing, thinking about triangles. What type of players do you need in these positions, etc. Your fullbacks just need to be good defenders. Ignore the players that I've got in right now. I just threw them in randomly. Your fullbacks need to be good players that aren't going to mess up, that have good physical, good defending, probably tall. You probably want tall players and a little bit of pace. Your wide players, I didn't mention, I forgot to say, again, technically needs to be pretty good. They need to be fast. They don't need to be great finishers or anything like that. Fast dribbling, passing, or crossing, whatever it may be, something like that is what you need on that player. So let's move on now to the two CDMs that we have. Again, pretty standard, basic stuff, but it's balanced. Stay back while attacking, cover center on both of them. We're not messing about with one on a different setting. We're not messing about with man mark or cut passing lanes or aggressive interceptions or anything like that. Complete balance and control is what we're looking for with this formation. Everyone's going to be sat in a pocket somewhere. Everyone's going to be available for a pass. These type of players here in CDM, it doesn't matter. You don't need one small, one big. Just get two really big, solid CDMs. Someone that's going to do a job. Someone's going to hold it down. Someone's going to be difficult to get past. Cover center, stay back while attacking. High defensive work rate, 6'2" plus, something like that will be perfect for players in this position. Again, ignore the players that I'm using right now. Just for reference sake, I'm telling you who you should be using. So, centre backs, bug standard. You already know this, and goalkeepers bug standard. We're not changing anything on that. Bernardo Silva in goal, represent. But yeah, so we have stable attacking on them. It's pretty default stuff. But like I said, it's really important to have someone pacey and that is just going to be your out and out striker. They don't need to be doing anything else, just need to be in the right place. You've got a Cam that's your best player, going to do absolutely everything for you. They need to be your Pele, your team, whoever. Just needs to be the absolute best player in your team by a long way. They're going to free roam. Your wingers are going to be wingers at the end of the day. They're not going to be in a lot of chances to finish themselves like a striker might be. You might have cutbacks and things like that, but they are going to be getting the ball into the box because your fullbacks will be bit more defensive rather than trying to do whip cross, things like that. So your CDMs as well needs to be big, strong, and your centre backs big, strong, typical players. Typical balanced setup really does work quite well, and I think it's a way of countering 71 depth in a different way than just sort of having a goal fest against them. This should be a bit more controlled, a bit more balanced. And like I said, you can mess about playing fast build up and direct passing, or you can do balanced direct passing like I've suggested, or you can do balance as well, which I've seen being run before. Don't really think forward runs is the one to try, but for the triangles, you probably want all balanced, or if you're looking to be a little bit faster, a little bit more of a goal fest as well, direct passing, could even throw in the fast build up in there as well. Hopefully that helps a little bit. Hopefully I've given you some ideas of the type of players that you want to be using, some of the work rates and things like that that I'll need. And yeah, let me know what you think, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.